There's a pretty one, Ulysses. There it is.
Hello BookTube, I'm Sean the Book Maniac. Welcome back to my channel. Here I am with an abbreviated version of In Other Words, which is an occasional series where I talk about interesting vocabulary, idioms, phrases, grammatical patterns that I encounter in my reading. This is Vlogmas, day, 4 maybe. And in order for me to actually achieve Vlogmas without bailing on it, I have to do, especially during the weekdays, do really bite-sized videos. And so I'm just going to give you a few words and hopefully do one or two more of these short, abbreviated versions of In Other Words during the Vlogmas season. So let's get started. The words today come from two works of fiction. The first one, there's only one word I want to talk about from this novella, An Untouched House by Willem Frederick Hermans, a novella about World War II that I really liked and recommend highly to you. If you search through my Friday reads, you'll hear me talking about it. And the soldier protagonist talks about his hobnails scratching over the round cobbles. He's running from enemy fire, and his hobnails scratched over the round cobbles. And I maybe had heard the word hobnails, and, you know, with the word nail, I could kind of envision it, but... And hob makes me think of hobble, so something about walking in nails, but I had to check it, and maybe I'm the only person on BookTube that didn't know. But hobnails, or hobnailed boots, and in fact, are boots with hobnails. And the hobnails are the nails inserted into the soles of the boots. Here's a couple pictures. Usually installed in a regular pattern over the sole. And obviously that makes a noise when you walk, and I actually don't know why they do that. I didn't go too far down the rabbit hole. Oh, just to provide traction, obviously. Okay, just to provide traction. Hello, Sean. Hobnails. Now I know. Did you know that? And the remainder of today's vocabulary comes from this Irish novel, Language Go Down by Aidan Higgins. I didn't end up liking this novel at all, but it certainly has good writing and had good vocabulary. So let's get started on those. I actually have more from that book that'll be in the next segment of my short, In Other Words, series. But the first one is the past tense of heave as hove. In modern English, as far as I'm aware, everybody, or almost everybody, I now know differently, but I have always thought of it as a regular verb. Heave, heaved, heaved. You know, eat, ate, eaten is an irregular verb where the past tenses are different. They're not just ed, the past tense and the past participle, whereas heave is a regular verb. Heave, heaved, heaved. But in fact, the old forms of the verb were heave, hove, hove. Okay, I was wondering if it might be hoven or something, but no. Heave, hove, hove. And in fact, there are still meanings that we use today, and the one in this book is one of them. But before I get to that example, the main meanings that we still conjugate it that way, hove as the past, are the nautical meanings. For example, to do with sailing, shipping, the language of the sea. To heave up is to raise by manual effort, something like a sail, a mast. So the anchor was hove up, not heaved up. To heave to is to come when a ship comes to stop in the water without an anchor. This is all very interesting. To heave down a boat or ship is to haul her down to a beach or something. And the last meaning, which is the meaning of this that's quoted in the book, is a phrasal verb which I'd never heard of. Heave into sight. And it's an intransitive verb. It doesn't take an object. And it means that something or someone is pictured as hauling itself into the range of vision of the observer. And that's the sentence that I'm going to read you. And the past form of for that phrasal verb is hove. This is in the very first chapter, in the first few pages, page 8. One of the characters, not nearly she's a minor character despite the fact that she should have been a major character, but I'll won't go down that, go off on that tangent here. She's on a bus ride back to her home, and she's not very happy. She's surrounded by unruly, disgusting men on the bus, and she's not comfortable, and she's looking out the window. Now a dingy mountain of refuse hove into sight. So, again, to go back, that phrasal verb, it's probably new for many of you. It certainly is to me. When something hauls itself into the range of vision. So, hove is the past for that. Interesting, I think. I'm not going to read you sentences from the book for these two, but there's a reference to concertina doors and a concertina, and I didn't know what either of those were. I thought it was something to do with a concert. Well, obviously music. But let's start with concertina. It's a musical instrument. It's a free reed musical instrument. Here's a picture. A cousin of the accordion and the harmonica, expanding and contracting bellows. And then, so the concertina door are that style of doors that fold like a concertina. I'd never heard of that word, concertina doors, but I've seen them. Maybe in Canada we just call them folding doors. But anyway, now I know. Concertina door. The next one is betimes. It's an archaic adverb. The delivery had to be in Dublin before 7 o'clock in the morning, so they were up betimes. Up means up and out of bed. So they were up betimes. Well, betimes, archaically speaking, means before the usual or expected time. Early. They were up early. Betimes. Apparently, the dictionary says in North American English, it's not archaic and it means sometimes or on occasion, but I don't think I've ever heard that. And I'm North American. So you North Americans, especially when they didn't say it was archaic, is that something that you use in your everyday speech? And the last one is another word for porridge. Irish porridge, stirabout. Porridge made by stirring oatmeal in boiling water or milk. Stirabout. And you know what? I mean, I've had a very long day. I want to get my Vlogmas video edited and up. That's all I got to say. Stay tuned for something different tomorrow. I've got longer videos that I'm also going to do for Vlogmas, but by the time I finish editing and posting a short video, I don't have any energy left, but I have more free time during the day tomorrow, so I hope to have a longer video for you tomorrow. Fingers crossed. Thanks for watching.